Hi everyone. I'm sorry about the video quality. I know it's a little bit grainy right now because I am pretty much in the dark and I'm using software controls to bring up the contrast. Anyway, I started talking yesterday about a ghost in my house, and I'll talk about it a little bit more today. Um, I've been living here pretty much all my life, and ever since I was a little kid, we used to see the shadow of a figure go across a wall. And we would see it quite often. One thing we noticed about it is that every time we saw it, something good was going to happen. And during bad times, you would never see it. So we weren't really ever afraid of it. It seemed to be like a sign of good luck for us. I had a lot of friends over. They have also seen it. So it's not just me or my family, but other people have seen it also. Even at one time, we had a couple of priests here and a couple of rabbis here. They heard about the story. They came. And pretty much they said it's a good luck ghost that's here and not to worry about it. And we never did. I remember my father, he was on strike from his job. He works for the Transit Authority. And they were on strike many years ago. And when they went on strike, we saw it. And like the next day, a local pizza parlor from us brought us pizzas for dinner. And they said not to worry about it if we needed food or anything. Just stop by the store, and it was really nice of them. But we've also seen it when I got my job. I've seen it, a lot of good things. Pretty much every time we've seen it, something good happened. So can't complain about that. Doing some research about the area, I found out there was a person who lived where I am now who had committed suicide. And at least that's what people in the neighborhood tell me. I don't know how true it is, but they say the person lived there committed suicide. So I don't know if it's his ghost or not. Never tried to find out. Except for my Ouija board experience, maybe it has something to do with it. Not really sure, but can't really worry about it. One time I was watching a TV show, and the show was about spirits. I think it was on Discovery Channel, and they were talking about how if you're ever looking at something and you see from the corner of your eye something or someone or something move, and you turn and you look and there's nothing there, that it could be a spirit. Well, I was on the computer back then, and while I was watching this show, I saw from the corner of my eye I had a sneaker on the floor, and it was sort of rocking like this. And when I turned quickly, it wasn't moving. So I was like, oh, my mind's playing tricks on me. So I sort of yelled out, if there's a spirit here, show me a sign. And when I said that, my TV, which I had on, shorted out and it started smoking like crazy. And I was like, oh boy. Anyway, had the TV fixed, and they brought it back. And they set the TV up. The repairman was asking me what happened to it. And I just sort of told them that, I was watching a show about spirits. I told them the story. And I just said that if there was a spirit here to show me a sign. And right then and there, the TV blew up again. The whole thing started smoking and shutting out. And the guy was a little bit freaked out by that, and actually so was I. And I said I'll never say that again if I have electronic equipment on, and I know my computer's on, didn't blow up on me, so that's something good, I guess. Never dare the spirits. Other than that, there's nothing really strange ever happened around here in my house. Just see this little shadow once in a while, and had some crazy dreams on occasion. Had this reoccurring dream for a while that I would walk into my kitchen and see chairs rocking back and forth, and there was nobody there. But it was just a crazy dream. And I've also been told a few times that while I was asleep when I was a child, they would hear a woman in my room talking to me. And they actually thought a couple times when I was young that I was watching TV at night, and I wasn't, because they would walk into the room and be nothing on. And the next day they would tell me that they heard a woman's voice in my room and there was nobody there. So I thought that was kind of weird. I also known a couple of times that I would be woken up by somebody calling my name, and I would wake up and there would be nobody there, and it was also a woman's voice. So I don't know if that has anything to do with spirits or not, but it's pretty interesting stuff. Oh yeah, before I forget, I had ended the other video, but I'm gonna edit this in. I have a 3-year-old child that lives here, and this also goes back to a possible ghost story. But ever since she was a little baby, there's one spot in my living room that she would always stare at the ceiling and sort of talk to it. She would just constantly stare at it and giggle at it and talk to it. And a couple of times she would be walking in the kitchen, which is sort of the area where we saw this shadow figure. And she would get all hysterical, crying, pointing to the wall, going, the face, the face. You know, we never really knew if she actually saw anything because there was nothing there. But the fact that she was saying the face to face was kind of spooky. And also, when I was a child, I had a dog, and the dog's name was Scruffy, and we were walking in a store one day, and she saw this picture of a dog. It was a Labrador Retriever, which is the dog that I had, and she pointed to it and says, "Look, it's Scruffy, it's Scruffy." And how she knew that, I have no idea, because we never talked about the dog in front of her, and she'd never seen any pictures of it or videos of it, so really she had no idea of it. But when she saw it, she started saying, it's Scruffy, which was kind of strange. Anyway, I'll end this video here. Bye.